Hi everyone, welcome back to another mini common art session, this time with the topic 7 senses. Did you know that we have 7 senses? We usually talk about 5 senses, the external ones, the senses that connect us with the exterior. But we have 2 other senses that connect us with ourselves. That's what we are going to be talking about. This is going to be quite interesting. If you haven't seen the other common art, mini common art sessions, I invite you to check the link for the list that we have on different mini common art sessions. I'm sure that you will find them very interesting and worth watching complete, because they will give you extra practice for your English, vocabulary, structure, pronunciation. You can use them in many different ways in order to improve your English. So here we are, 7 senses. Yes, we do have 7 senses. And what are we going to be talking about today? The intention of this session is to reflect on how we perceive the world through our senses and how they help us remember nice or not very nice situations and react towards new situations. We are going to do this while we explore a watercolor painting by a Mexican artist. What activities are we going to do? The first one is a visualization. Then we're going to watch and comment on this watercolor painting. Then we'll explore a little bit about these 7 senses, an exercise, which will be in writing. So if you don't have any notebook or paper to write down, it is a good moment to pause the video and bring some pencil or a pen and a piece of paper. And then we're going to have as a final reflection, what is the meaning of a Proustian moment? Ready to start? So we'll go for this visualization. Why do I always start with a visualization, a brain gym exercise, mindfulness exercise? Because we learn better when we are calm, when our stress levels, our tension levels lower. And so we can really get the knowledge much better. This time, the visualization is my favorite place. By the way, if you want to listen to it in Spanish, you can also find it on my YouTube page in Spanish. Mi lugar favorito, my favorite place. So first of all, I would like you to sit straight, back straight, but comfortably, with your feet on the ground, well planted on the ground. This will connect us with the ground and with the here and now. If you wish, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, you can leave your eyes open. It doesn't matter. All right, so we start by breathing in. Hold your breath for a moment and then breathe out slowly and calmly. Inhale peace. Retain. Exhale worries. And as you continue to inhale and exhale calmly, I would like you to connect with your imagination. Visualize or imagine your favorite place. It can be a forest, the beach, a garden, or the place where you are sitting now. Your safe place, your favorite place. Imagine yourself over there, and pay attention to your surroundings. What do you see? Are there any plants, water, rocks? What objects do you see? Are there any other people? What can you hear? What noises are around you? Is there any peculiar smell? Maybe you can smell the flowers, the tree, the ocean, the salty smell of the ocean. Is there anything that you can taste? What can you sense? If you touch maybe the grass or the sand, how does it feel like? Are there any sensations that you can perceive inside your body? Can you hear your heart beating maybe? Can you feel the air as it goes through your nostrils, down through your throat and into your lungs? Can you feel anything in your stomach, in your intestines? And I would also like you to observe your posture. In this favorite place, are you standing, sitting? Is your posture straight, or are you leaning down, leaning forward a little bit? Enjoy the moment. Keep breathing in and out. Breathe in peace. Breathe out worries. And as you continue breathing in and out, it's time to come back. Little by little, start moving your feet, feeling your feet, your toes. Wiggle your toes. Move your ankles, your legs. Feel your hip, your abdomen, your chest. Move your shoulders back and forth. Rotate your shoulders. Move your arms, your elbows. Stretch your arms. Move your fingers. Now go to the neck, rotate your head. Concentrate on the muscles around your face. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth with a sigh. And when you are ready to open your eyes, open them. And welcome back. These kind of short exercises for visualizations or mindfulness, they will help you bring calm to your system, to your mind. When we concentrate on our breathing, the brain relaxes. And also, doing visualizations in English will help you learn more. It's a way of practicing. We can call it a passive way of practicing, but your brain is absorbing all the knowledge in these visualizations. All right, so let's move forward to the painting. And I am going to share the painting with you in full screen so that you can look at the details of this watercolor painting. So here we are, mandado. If you're Mexican or perhaps Latin American as well, you know what mandado is. How can we say mandado in English? Well, just to go shopping for fruits, for vegetables, for food. Go shopping for food. That would be mandado. This watercolor painting was made by Jessica Alvarez. She's a Mexican artist, and you can find more of her designs in Instagram. So what do we have here? What's the first thing that calls your attention? Perhaps the woman, right? Let's say a typical Mexican woman who lives maybe not in a big city or maybe in a town or something like that, or the kind of woman who wears an apron to protect her clothes from getting dirty, all right? So she's wearing a pink apron. And she's wearing, yes, of course, a pink skirt and a white top or t-shirt, something like that. Her hair, well, she has a bun. And what do you see in her face, in her posture? How does she feel about going to this marketplace? Yeah, I'm sure that she's happy. She has a smile. And it looks like she's very attentive, looking around, but also I can see that she's smelling around. Have you ever been to a marketplace? What colors, what flavors, what smells, what noises do you hear around there? She has bought some products. Maybe she has, I don't know, it could be a celery, some tomatoes perhaps, carrots, other fruits, other vegetables. But perhaps she still needs to buy more things. What other things call your attention? Let's start by mentioning the fruits and vegetables that we can see around. Maybe I won't mention all of them. Maybe I just mention some. And if you want to add more, that would be fantastic. That's the way to increase your vocabulary, to take advantage of these kind of images and these kind of sessions to increase your vocabulary. So we can see some tomatoes over here. How do we call these things? I think they are onions. We can see white onions and purple onions. Different kinds of lettuce. What about these? Do you know the name of these things? Yes, they are carrots. So over here we have vegetables. Now we see a lady here. She's the owner of this stand. She's selling products. What fruits can you recognize? We have papaya, We have watermelon, mangoes, apples. These look like pineapples, I think. And we have some melons over here, perhaps some avocados. How does this woman feel? Do you think she's happy with her job, selling fruits and vegetables in this marketplace? Yes, I'm happy that you mentioned we have bananas over here and maybe some apricots in this bag. So I think that she's happy. She's weighing, she's choosing, she's arranging her stand so that everything looks beautiful. Marketplaces, from my personal viewpoint, are fantastic places. They are full of colors, they are full of smells, they are full of sounds. It's such a wonderful experience for our brains to see all these different produce, all these different things that we can buy there. There are bigger marketplaces and some others are smaller, but anyhow, you find lots of things to look at. You see over here another man, right? He also has his stand with fruits, with vegetables, with different things. Is there any other product that you'd recognize that we haven't mentioned? And well, you can see that he is weighing something. This is called a balance. A balance. He's weighing something in the balance. 1 kilo, 2 kilos, half a kilo, etc. And what other things can you see? In the background, on top, we have baskets. It's very common to find baskets. And we have these shopping bags, very typical in Mexico. If you notice, the woman in the center of the image has 2 of them, and they are full of products. So these shopping bags are typical. Sometimes they're made with plastic, with recycled plastic. And most definitely, the typical piñatas. I think they are basically exclusive from Mexico. Now you can find them in the United States. They have also become frequent in the United States. Usually used for parties. Originally, they were only for Christmas time. The typical piñata was a star with 7 points, okay? But now we have piñatas with different kinds of representations, images. Which can you mention? We have, of course, the Santa Claus. Can you recognize this one? This is a Mexican character, but also this cartoon or this sitcom became very popular in many countries in Latin America. Yes, this is La Chilindrina from El Chavo del Ocho. We see other figurines, this Winnie the Pooh, Minions, okay. Over here we have Bob Sponge. So nowadays, piñatas are made like princesses or, I don't know, these warriors or cars or anything that the people want, they make piñatas with them. They are made of cardboard nowadays. In the past, or you still sometimes find piñatas made of clay, made of clay in the interior, in the inside, and then they are covered with newspaper or paper, glued, and then decorated. When I was a child, I sometimes did some piñatas for Christmas time. Now, Let's see. Let's try to remember a moment when you were in a marketplace, if you have ever been. Or if you haven't been in a marketplace, maybe at the supermarket. What things can you see around in a supermarket? Okay, so we're talking about the senses, the external senses, those that connect us with the exterior world. What can you see in a marketplace or in a supermarket? We have mentioned several over here, the ones that we see. But using your imagination or your memories, what sounds can you hear in a marketplace? Maybe there is some music playing somewhere, or the noises of the people moving here and there, or some of the clerks working over there yelling, "Come here, it's cheap, get your fruits, get your vegetables, special price," offering their products. Are there any smells? Maybe you can smell some fresh produce, I don't know, meat or bread, if they're making bread over there. You can smell perhaps some fruits which are more smelly than others. And so in a marketplace or in a supermarket, yes, we have different senses. You can also taste some things. Sometimes the people at the marketplaces, they give us a taste of something, a taste of a fruit so that you buy it, or a taste of cheese, or a taste of, I don't know, cooked meat or something, different things, so that we are convinced that the product is fresh, is nice, and that you buy from them. So when we're in a marketplace, all the senses are involved. We also touch the tomatoes or the avocados or other products to see if they are okay, if they are fresh, if they are ripe, ready to eat, etc. All the senses are involved. So we have talked through this watercolor painting about the 5 senses that we usually know and that we usually talk about. The 5 external senses, those that connect us with the external world. Can you repeat them? If you paid attention, I mentioned all of them. Which are they? Of course, we have the sense of sight. That's how we call it, sight. The sense of smell, touch, hearing, and taste. But did you know that we have other 2 senses? Yes, we do. Neuroscientists have discovered that we have other 2 senses, but they don't connect us to the external world. They connect us to the internal world, to our bodies. The first one is called interoception. Interoception is made from the words interior and reception. Interoception. So this 6th sense is in charge of recognizing our bodily processes. That is how we feel our hearts, if they are beating too fast, or if it's beating too hard, or if it's beating too slow, if we are breathing correctly. Yes, when we need to pee, or when we are tired and we need to sleep, if we are thirsty and we need to drink water, if we're hungry, it's time for lunch. Interoception connects us to the inside of our bodies, and it signals the brain so that the brain recognizes these feelings or these senses, and the body takes action towards going to the bathroom or going to the kitchen or getting some water or doing whatever we need, or trying to breathe in more calmly so that we can bring in peace again and have our heartbeat go slower. It is the communication between the organs and our brain. Yes, it also brings us some feelings or some sensations if our sugar level is low or too high. What about our body temperature? Maybe we need to bring a sweater because we're getting cold, etc. And this is how our bodies and our minds together sense and respond to events. There is nothing that happens inside our body without the brain participating in that. And likewise, it is a communication in both ways. Okay? The body tells something to the brain reacts, and the brain sends some signals to our bodies. This is interoception. So when we learn to listen to our bodies, then we can be more in control of our needs. If I learn to listen when my body is thirsty, then I know that I have to go and drink some water. Or if I feel that my heart is beating too fast, I know that I should, in a way, try to relax through my breathing so that my heart stops beating so fast. And or if I need some sugar, then maybe I should have a candy or drink a sip of some soda or something sweet. We need to be aware, we need to be in contact with our bodies to know what is happening and to react to that. The other sense, the seventh sense that neuroscientists are talking about is called proprioception. It is the orientation in space. Okay? So, am I standing? Am I sitting? Am I comfortable? Do I need to stretch or do I need to sit straight? It's the posture. Am I comfortable in the posture or do I need to change it? Maybe I'm too tired of being sitting for a long time and my proprioception tells my brain it's time to stand up and walk a little bit. It's also the vital space and relationship with the environment. Some people don't like other people to come very close to them. That's my vital space, all right? It can be wider or it can be smaller. And what's my relationship with the environment? Where am I? Is this an open space? Is this a closed space? All of this sends information to our brains, to our bodies, and it makes our bodies and our brains react in a different way. Now, let me share something that neuroscientists are saying. When we are straightforward, when we are looking up, and if we have a smile on our faces, we feel happier. I don't know, something in the body posture tells the brain that I am okay. Now, what happens if I lean forward and I put my head down? my brain recognizes this posture as I'm sad, I'm thoughtful, I don't know what to do, please help me, I don't feel very well, or I'm angry, something happened. Um, the problem is, according to scientists, is that we are getting so used to looking at our cell phones, our electronic devices in that posture. Yes, because when I look at my notifications or when I am just going through the reels or anything that I'm watching on my cell phone, I am usually leaning forward and my head is down. So this posture, my brain is interpreting it as I feel sad. And that's why we are becoming more and more used to spending long hours in Instagram, in Facebook, etc., because the body then needs some dopamine to feel happier. So we like when we have lots of likes, we feel happier in that way, but we need more and more and more. Another way to fix this situation would be to straighten up, to wear a smile on your face, to breathe in and out. And then your body says, okay, the problem is gone away. This person feels happier now. Yeah. So, okay, if you like watching things on your cell phone or you are texting on WhatsApp very frequently or something, try and do it with your face up, with your body in a right posture. Or don't spend too much time on that. And after doing it, stretch, put your shoulders back, go straight, smile, have a positive posture, and tell your brain everything is okay. So proprioception has become very notorious for neuroscientists because with their equipments and their machines, they are discovering all of these things about ourselves. Yes? Okay. So we're going to do an exercise to review and to reinforce these 7 senses. What I would like you to do now is to take a piece of paper or the piece of paper that you already have and your pen or pencil, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to share with you what you are going to write down. As quick as you can, I am going to read them quite quickly, let's say, but if you want to pause the video, it's okay. Pause the video, write down what I'm asking you to write, and then play the video again. All right? Are you ready for it? Let's go. This exercise will also bring about your imagination, your senses, your creativity, and your mindfulness towards yourself and your surroundings. Let's go for it. So please write down on a piece of paper 7 objects or people you can see around you, right? If you want to mention the objects that you see on screen in my house, that's okay. But look around you, wherever you are. Write down 7 objects you can see. We are using the sense of sight. Pause the video if you need. We'll go for the next one. Write down 6 sounds you can hear. Pull your ears out. 6 sounds you can hear. Is there any music, cars, birds, other sounds? My voice. Next one. Write down 5 touching sensations. Okay, we're going to the sense of touch. So grab any object. How does it feel? Think about the temperature. Think about the texture. 5 touching sensations. Is it soft or is it rough? Now let's go for 4 smells, different smells that you can perceive or have perceived during the day. Because maybe right now you don't perceive anything special. But what about breakfast? Can you remember 4 different smells you perceived during breakfast or lunchtime or dinner? Next one, write down 3 flavors you can taste right now or that you have tasted during the day. If you have a beverage, okay. Can you distinguish 3 different flavors? If you had breakfast, what flavors can you mention? Next one, 2 interoceptive sensations right now. Remember interoception, our organs. Is there anything that you feel? Try to concentrate and listen to your heart, Is it beating too fast? Is it beating slowly? Are there any noises coming from your stomach, your intestines? How about your throat? Do you feel anything in your throat? Swallow, and what do you feel? Interoceptive sensations. And the last one proprioceptive sensation. Describe your posture. Are you leaning forward? Are you leaning backwards? Are you laying on your bed? Are you sitting straight, crossing your legs? Describe your posture. Is there someone too close or not so close? What's your relationship with the space around you? All right. So this is a very good mindful exercise that you can do every now and then. You don't have to write every time. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Yes, that's all you have to do. If you don't want to write, that's okay. Just give yourself 5 minutes and pay attention to your surroundings. I can see some flowers over there, or I can see that the curtain is closed, etc. What do you see? What do you hear? What can you touch? How does your skin feel like? Even yourself, you can touch yourself, yes? What smells do you perceive? What flavors? How or what do I feel inside my body? And what's my posture? Being aware of the here and now brings us calm, brings us peace, and brings us, it gives us a very good way to connect with ourselves. All right. Last, let's talk about the Proustian moment. Maybe you have heard of Marcel Proust. He was a French writer, born in 1871. He died in 1922. Marcel Proust was very famous because of his novel Remembrance of Things Past. And in this book, I am going to read, you can see it on screen also. In this book, Remembrance of Things Past, in many occasions, of course, he describes things that he remembered about his past. But there is a paragraph where he describes all the feelings that he got when he went to the town where he was born and raised. And he says, immediately the old gray house upon the street rose up like a stage set. The house, the town, the square where I was sent before lunch, the streets along which I used to run errands, the country roads we took. In that moment, the whole of Combray and of its surroundings sprang into being, town and gardens alike, all from my cup of tea. So what is a Proustian moment or an involuntary memory? There is something that we see or something that we smell or something that we taste that brings us an instant memory. We are not trying or we're not forcing our brains to remember it. It just comes down. Over here, he talks about the cup of tea. It was the cup of tea, but it was also the Madeleine. In Spanish, we have the word Magdalenas. They are some sort of cupcakes, we can say. So when he was eating this cupcake or this Madeleine and drinking his cup of tea, he just got a flash of a memory from his childhood. I don't know if it has happened to you that suddenly you smell a perfume and it reminds you of a dear person. Or you go into a house that smells like something's baking or something's cooking, and then suddenly you remember your grandmother or your mother or somebody who used to cook or to prepare that for you. This is a Proustian moment or an involuntary moment. The strongest of all senses is the sense of smell, because it goes directly to the olfactory bulb, which is, let's say, connected directly also to the limbic brain, where we have the hippocampus and the thalamus, which are the ones in charge of the long-term memory. So that's why the sense of smell brings us instant memories. And well, with this, we finish today's mini-common art session. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have learned something. Remember to like, remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can give notifications every Sunday when I premiere a new session, and to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook, so that you know when I upload new videos or upload new information, or I give new webinars or something. Everything is to help you learn English. I also give Spanish lessons if you are interested in learning some Spanish. And I'm very glad to have you here. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you soon. Okay? Remember to check the list of all the mini-common art sessions that you already can watch on my YouTube page. See you very soon. I'm Marcela Grobet, your friendly neurolanguage coach. And enjoy, be happy. Bye.